Hey everybody, it is Jennifer from poppygirl.com and reverseattackmarketing.com. Uh, Earlier today, I sent out a survey to all of you wonderful, wonderful people on my newsletter email list, and I asked you to take a quick survey. Had 3 questions, um, and it enabled me to find out how many domains you have, domain names you haven't used, ones you have out there that aren't doing anything, how you're monetizing your sites, whether you're using AdSense or Amazon or Commission Junction or ClickBank, etc. And then I asked what you feel is your biggest holdup with having profitable sites, or why you're not developing your sites. And it come to find out that one of the biggest problems is proper site structure. That and finding good keywords and writing good content were the top 3 things that people said they were really, really stuck on. Right now, I want to address the content thing. The whole concept of good content, and right now I'm doing my little fingers like I'm putting it in quotation marks, good content, is well, it's pretty much a myth. Good content is for your readers, for the people who come to your site. They are the ones that decide if they land on your page, if they find something that they deem to be helpful or good or useful. Google, on the other hand, tells everyone to write good, unique, quality content, but they are telling you that for them to give to their customers. In other words, it's about their business, not about yours. It is a myth that Google does not rank unique. I was going to say they do rank unique content, but it doesn't have to be truly unique content. It can be a curated post of a bunch of good resources for someone, and that is not technically unique content, but it is useful and readers do like it and it is helpful to them, and Google does rank it. They do, they do, they do, they do. So the next time someone says to you that you have to write a couple thousand words of great, amazing, unique content, and it's the only way you're ever going to get ranked, it is not true. And these days, pouring your heart and soul into a website with all this great thousands and thousands of words of content does not guarantee that you will rank well. It does not guarantee that Google will not hit you with an algorithm either. There are no guarantees. So you can pour your heart out and hope for the best, or you can do what works. And on that note, I want to say, if you are starting a blog, a personal blog, something you are branding yourself with, for example, my poppygirl.com site, that is a site I started not necessarily thinking about Google, but thinking totally about my readers and building my brand and giving the people that come to my site what they want to read. That is a different story. I am talking more about niche marketing and affiliate marketing, things that are not your brand, things that are not necessarily your voice, or even, heck, not even your name. It's just things you are trying to get out there to rank and to have good exposure online that people can come to and find help that they need. And I'm going to be honest, and click your affiliate link so you make some sales. But at the end of the day, you've got to give something to them that helps them, or else it's just not going to work. But something that helps them does not mean it has to be unique. I mean, I have never had a reader come to me and say, wow, I came to your site and it was such great, unique, quality content. No, it's helpful. It was interesting. It was enjoyable. It gave them a link to something they were totally looking for. It answered a question about a product. It made them think about something about a product. I'm going to get off my soapbox on this, but the writing the good content thing, stop stressing yourself out. Think about the keyword that you're writing about, or the topic, or the product. and think of the things, whether it's an Amazon product, look at the listing. What are the things people are talking about in the reviews or in the questions area? Look at those things. Ask yourself, why do people care about that thing that they pointed out? And talk about it in your post. There are a lot of reviews I personally, not as a marketer, but as a consumer, have come across, and someone will say, well, I was about to buy that vacuum cleaner, but the cord wasn't very long. And it makes me go, wow, well, that's going to really affect me because I need a long cord. Maybe you get my point from that. I hope so. But I'd like to move off the content thing. Please do not be fooled into thinking that you have to write a couple thousand words of totally unique, in-depth, award-winning content. It is not true that Google will always rank that better, and it will be Google Panda or Penguin proof. It's just totally a myth. And I'm going to tell you from my angle, I have gotten very frustrated with pouring my heart and soul into web pages with unique content and having Google, slap it anyway, or seeing sites that weren't pouring their heart and soul into it, totally outranking me, or putting that content on sites I don't own and watching it all just poof go away when somebody pushes a button or changes the rules. I get very frustrated with that. If you are a member of my reverse attack marketing, you know that it annoys me. It's the whole reason that reverse attack marketing even came to be. It's because I am frustrated with it. Google wants to do what's best for their business, so I decide to do exactly what's best for mine. So, okay, now I got that off my chest. Let's talk about proper site structure. Proper site structure is absolutely important. It is the baseline because it is not the way it was even when I started online in 2007. I could make a web page and throw a couple trillion links at it and poof, you rank because of the links pointing to your page and not necessarily about the structure of your page or how your site is set up. These days, the most powerful links you get are from your own site. It starts at home. And I'm sorry if my keyboard is very loud. My wireless one broke, and now I'm using an antique. How your site is set up is very, very, very important. I'm talking about your own sites. I'm not talking about using sites like Squidoo or Hub Pages or anything like that, because they already are handling their site structure. All you have to do is pop content on there and, well, cross your fingers that it stays. So you want to set your site up in such a way that you are telling Google what your site is about. It has a very solid structure that is clear navigation. The pages linking to each other make sense, and your page rank is flowing properly to boost your most important pages. And it all starts with your main keyword. So I'm going to start dragging this down here and start explaining. Your main big keyword is the keyword for your homepage. For just this example, I'm just going to say, let's say your homepage keyword is dogs. You want to rank for dogs. Obviously, you don't want to do that, but I'm using this as an example as we go through this real quick. So your main keyword for your homepage is dogs. The next part is you're going to pick 4 sub-keywords. Boston Terriers would be a sub-keyword. Poodles, German Shepherds, Labrador Retrievers, those will be sub-keywords. It makes sense. Someone comes into your site looking for information about dogs, then they look and they see the different breeds. Or it could be dogs. Dog training could be a sub-keyword, then dog breeds, then I don't know, dogs that don't shed or hypoallergenic dogs, big dogs, small dogs. But it makes sense coming in and you break it down. This is your big keyword that you want to rank for. Odds are good you're not going to rank for that coming out of the gate. But you would like to rank for these. And in turn, when you start ranking for these, then you will start ranking for your big keyword. Now, these sub-keyword pages are on, and I'm talking from a WordPress point of view here, they are on pages, not posts, they are pages. So you pick your 4 sub-keywords. You can pick 10, 12, 2, whatever, but I'm just using 4 right now. 4 sub-keywords that break down your big main keyword topic into 4 subtopics, and they are pages. And then underneath all of your pages, isn't this pretty? Am I not the most artistic? So here we have German Shepherds. That is a page. Underneath of this page, we will have posts that are long tail keyword targeted for things about, what I say, German Shepherds. How to train a German Shepherd. German Shepherd tricks. German Shepherd funny videos. What? I'm just trying making things up here. But these are posts. And you have posts clearly organized under each sub keyword. And each post, when you post it, will also link back to the main page, to that sub keyword that that post relates to. And it's nice and organized and it makes sense. And when you build a link and it comes into this post here, because this post is about a long tail keyword and it's also linking back to this page, it helps your page rank flow from here back to your more important pages, and in turn links back to your home page. So it keeps all your authority flowing in the direction that it needs to go, which is up through your posts, into your pages, up to your home page. So the next problem that people had that was really big was picking keywords. And now I'm not going to get all fancy on here and tell you you have to have a tool. Now tools can make things easier. Keyword tools are nice. They are great for brainstorming, letting you know, do they search more for dog training or dog supplies? It gives you an idea of a direction to go and then keywords to fill it up. Keyword tools are exceptional when you're making a single page on a site like, Squidoo or other authority sites, because you're just looking for a one keyword idea. Basically, you're doing one of these on someone else's site. So, how do you go and find out how you should organize your site? And you want to do it in a way that Google understands and your readers understand. So why not ask Google? So let's just bring Google over here. Come on, Google, come on over in the picture. Let's start with something that we all know. We're all Amazon affiliates, so let's go. Coffee makers. Okay, so Joe Searcher comes over to Google and types in coffee makers. And Google goes, alright, not sure what you want to know about coffee makers. So they're going to throw a bunch of ideas at you, and God knows they're going to make sure their ads get up there. And this is where the authority sites get their turn, because we got Bed Bath & Beyond and Overstock and Target and Keurig and Walmart and Consumer Reports. These are the big brands. The odds of one of us, and I'm saying us, assuming all of y'all are kind of like me, one little woman sitting at home working. I don't have a staff. I don't have deep pockets. So I don't try to compete in spaces like this. I do not compete with the Bed Bath & Beyonds and Targets and Overstocks of the world. But what I'm looking at is, okay, Google is looking at this person searching for coffee makers, and they're saying, all right, dude, what do you want to know? So if Joe Searcher goes all the way down and never clicks anything, what does Google do? Google asks the searcher to refine what they're looking for. In other words, Google's saying, dude, give us a clue. What is it about coffee makers you want to know? I mean, do you need a new coffee maker element? Is there a certain kind of coffee maker? What? Help us figure this out. And they do it right here. right here at the bottom. To Google, these phrases down here, these related searches, are a natural structure for this search term for coffee makers. So these would be your pages. These would be, don't you pop open, single cup coffee makers. That would be a sub keyword. Keurig coffee makers. That would be a sub keyword. Bun coffee makers. That would be a sub keyword. It makes perfect sense. Someone walks into a site about coffee makers, and then they're presented with information about single cup and Keurig and Bun and Hamilton Beach coffee makers, just like Google is doing. So, okay, if we make our first sub keyword single cup coffee makers, let's open that search up. Single cup coffee makers, that would be right here. And then what would our post be about? What would our long tails be about? Again, let Google tell you. Single cup coffee maker reviews. I would do a long tail keyword post on that. Pod coffee makers, single K cup coffee maker ratings, single cup drip coffee makers, K cup coffee makers. They are all great keywords to use as a title of your long tail keyword posts. And you would put your content in there and also link it back to your sub keyword page for that topic area. You can use a keyword to link to it. You can do a straight link. You can say on our main page, whatever you want to. That does not matter. It's the structure. A lot of people will say just use pages, don't use posts. I do not agree with that, and I've seen my best results not doing it that way. And here is why. When you make a page, Google sees that as more static content. They don't really expect that to change. They don't ping when you make a page unless you have a plugin that makes it ping. But when you make a post, your post will link back to this page, and when you click publish, it pings the search engines. Google comes running, sees your new post, and sees the link back to your page. Keeps things nice and fresh. And it's just a very good structure. It works super, super well for me. And it's easy to understand. And what did we say? Single cup coffee makers. That was going to be your sub keyword. And then these were going to be words, phrases you would use as long tail post titles. And then if I, okay, single cup drip coffee makers. We'll say I make a post about that. And then on that post, I want to make sure that I have some of these words. Australia would not count for me since I'm in the US, but I would make sure I have the word reviews in there and the word maker in there and single serve in there. What do they put in the front? Best, I'd have that word in there, that word. Google doesn't make this stuff up. Searchers train Google to start showing these phrases. It's a learned thing. If all of a sudden people start searching for orange banana skins, and Google has never seen that before, it's not going to pop up right away. But when people start searching for it more, then Google starts making it a suggestion. And when Google puts words in bold, they're telling you something. So make sure those phrases are on your page. Also, if you come down through here again, you see Google is bolding some words. Make sure these words are on your post also. Brewer, single cup coffee brewer, maker, drip coffee maker, coffee maker, single cup, coffee maker's drip. It takes some time. But it does really, really, really work well. You have to go through, you would say, okay, sorry for doing this, single cup drip coffee makers. That is a long tail keyword post. And then I would grab all this stuff right here because Google thinks this is all relevant to it. And I would copy that, and I'd open me a notepad, and I'd pop it in, and this would be under words I want to use for single cup. What was I on? Single cup drip coffee maker post. And then I would make sure I was trying to get these phrases into this post. And you can do the same thing with right here. You can, copy all these and pop them into your notepad so you can remember how to structure your site. So with that said, let me show you. Based on the proper site structure, and we were going with coffee makers, I went ahead and set up a site. And as you can see right now, it is just a basic theme. There's nothing on it. And I picked 4 of those phrases and I made them as pages. And now it looks like this. See at the top, I got my home page. I have single cup coffee makers, Keurig coffee makers, Bun coffee makers, Hamilton Beach coffee makers. Those are my pages. Those are my sub keywords. That's these right here. These are your green sub keywords right here. Then I would also go in and make a category for each of those subcategory words also. That way, when let's see, coffee makers, what was one? Single cup. Then I'm going to go make a post about single cup drip coffee makers. It's not going to work. Sorry, I'm getting it off my notepad over here. Single cup drip coffee makers. I would go over here and I would hit add new post. Can we all see? Post that keyword in there, content blah 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 blah. I would make sure that it links back to here, back to sub keyword page. Obviously that would not be your anchor text, and link that. Oop. Yeah, copy link location, add that link, and then I would put it in that category, publish, and then I have my category pops up, and single cup drip coffee makers belongs to this. That's a post, and it links back up to that keyword page. And you would do that for all of these, and you would obviously take more time than I did right here to pick your keywords and make sure you're targeting ones that are not very competitive. I would recommend tightening your niche. Matter of fact, I probably, when doing it manually, I probably would not go best coffee makers. I would probably have single cup coffee makers as my big keyword and then bring it down into a more tight kind of silo, more specific instead of general like coffee makers. For a really good tight niche site, you want to be more specific and not give yourself a topic that you're not going to cover. The thing is, there's so many sites that are started with this great big topic and then they just stop. They don't complete them. So pick a niche that is tight enough that you actually can put a lot of good content in there under your subcategories to give people a good picture of what they're looking for. And that's the whole thing of it. I mean, this would go back to the keyword page. That's the page. And this page would have information. It's very basic, but it works. I know we don't want to hear about the simple concepts, but Google tells you, they tell you exactly what they think is related to a keyword or what the natural next step of a search is. And if you can take people through it in the same way that Google is, it works out really, really well. And you don't have to go building tons and tons of links. What this system right here works amazingly well for is when you're building sites out to use as your own backlinks. You want to put a site up there that has good information and use it to link to another property of yours or something else, plural, that you want to rank on that topic. And to me, and I've seen it with my own eyes, the very best links you can get are not necessarily from high PR pages. I'm starting to think that PR idea, that page rank green bar thing is falling to the wayside. The best links you can get now are not just from pages that are on related topics as yours, but they are on pages with related topics that rank. Um, and these kind of setups, they do rank. Whether or not you actually use it to monetize directly or not, you want to use it to have a good backlink to your other related pages, and also to have another rank, something else ranking. These kind of sites are amazing resources for that, and they're worth the time to sit down and do them manually. You don't have to write out a whole ton of content. There is a curation plugin that I absolutely love. You can search all kinds of things from right in your WordPress screen, from YouTube videos to stuff in Google, Google Blogs, Google News, Wikipedia, all kinds of stuff, and review it from right inside your add post screen. And then you can either add the video, embed it directly, or you can click to add it to the post, and it'll give a link to that post and a line or two about the topic on that page. And those kind of posts rank super, 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 super well, because they are great resources for people when they find them. They don't tend to click back to Google when they find them. They tend to click something on your page to go somewhere else, and that in turn, I really think user experience is a very, very big ranking factor right now, and Google does not like to see searchers bouncing right back to the search results to pick something else. So that is the proper site structure. Let's see. No, not that one. I've got 50 million things open. It's not even funny. So that is how I do it manually. And you have your subcategories across the top as pages, and then you back each subcategory up with long tail keyword posts that link back to the sub keyword that they're talking about, or that it belongs underneath of. And doing all this manually, it can take me a while. It can, especially if I'm not exactly sure which keywords to go with or which are going to work. What I do now, though, is, well, I use this. I made this other site up, and as you can see right now, I'll even refresh it for you right now because there is nothing on it. And it is set up just as the other one. It's just on one of those domain names I had sitting around that has nothing to do with coffee. Here, I'll even bring it down. What is it? Official Sites Guide, siteguides.com. Nothing to do with coffee makers. And I just come right here and I type in my main keyword, just like I did on Google, and it's building the site for me. It's setting up the silo structure that I just taught you. It's changing my permalinks. It's doing my menu thing that I just showed you, and it's doing all kinds of awesome stuff. And I absolutely love this, because like I was talking about, when you have the proper site structure, everything is great. And yeah, I totally can monetize those sites, and I do monetize them, but I also use them for resources and for other things that rank. My first goal with them is to get them to rank out of the gate, not immediately because it's a new site, but these will start ranking, and they're going to give power to this, and then you'll start ranking for this, and then these all get power, and they're all pushing back to this, and then you start ranking for that. And I get tired of doing all these manually, so this new tool has been absolutely fantastic. These are all posts, and they all have content in them, and the tool told me what keywords to use. I didn't even have to think about it. So it picked Keurig for me and Cuisinart and made all those posts for me there. Content, everything's there. It's all done. I can add my own. I can choose to take them out, pick new keywords, whatever I want to. And then best commercial coffee makers. Well, that's one Google didn't give us right away. And that is because, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Google is really horrible at suggestions, but there is this one little keyword tool called Bing.com. They are so much better at helping you figure out the silo of your site. And they're really nifty because Google is all favoring the big brands and making sure that they get every chance to get the clicks, and the little guys don't. But oh, Bing, they're awesome. They get their advertisers first, fine by me. They give you one or two authority sites, and then immediately they start asking you, hey, why don't you define what you're looking for a little bit better so we can help you out? And these are the best silo keywords to choose from right here, and they make more sense. Small coffee makers, Keurig, espresso, Cuisinart, best commercial, coffee maker types. Those are exactly how I make my silos, is from what Bing says. Yes, totally do it with Google, because what Google says, it goes, but I like to make mine this way. It just seems to make, well, more sense to me. And the funny thing is, it wasn't until I really started working with the site builder that I realized that Bing is way better at helping you figure out your silos. So much better. And they're both search engines, so it works out way better. So that is how I do this. Very easy. I can keep adding silos. I can go, we'll go single cup. Single cup coffee makers. And then up in the menu, I want to say single cup coffee makers. And you can change all this. And you click save. And it's going to add my silo for me. It's really handy too, because it's just nice to see a site totally fleshed out and full. And I'm OCD, so of course I always go in and let me see, populate silo, and now it's going to go in and it's going to find keywords and start building posts for me. But I am OCD, so I always have to go in and dress things up, and if things look funny, I have to change it, because I just don't like to, you know, whether it's syndicated content or curated content, I don't care. I just don't really like things looking like junk. And right now, this plugin is using an image store. It's totally free. You're totally allowed to use them. It automatically puts them in there, but I can't stand the way they look. So I tend to go back through and, you know, take them out, because you can change how your site structure is. The content layout, it comes with a default way, with the post images and places here where you can change it out, monetize, and put your banners in. And if you change your mind, you can go change that out. It's great. And YouTube videos and stuff, I hate the featured image. Hate it. So I always take the featured image out, and the images that they give, I just don't like them. So that's just me. But yeah, you can even set this thing up to keep posting for you under the curation thing. It'll show you all your different silo areas, and you just pick, you turn it on, and then you just pick, well, I'll do it for right now, how often, every other day, every 2 days, every 3 days, every 4 days, and when you want it to start, and it'll go in and put a new post for you underneath that silo. It's really, really, really awesome. I've had a lot of fun, turn that off, had a lot of fun messing with it. At first I was kind of like, I have no idea what it's doing. Oh, best part of all, when you find yourself in a situation where you don't know what it's doing, see this down here, it says reset. Yeah, click that magic button. Because you see this right here? A complete site reset. All you have to do is push the red button and it'll take everything off. It'll totally clean the site up, make it all go away. You can start all over. And I can't tell you how many times today, especially on my demo site, that I pushed that red reset button. Because I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Reset. Let's do something else. Try it again, try it again, try it again. And that is, I wish every site had one of these. Because I'm still not completely sure how to totally clean up a WordPress site and start from scratch. And I've got so many that I want to. I guess I just have to uninstall WordPress and reinstall. I don't know. But this is a beautiful, it's like my easy button, my panic button. So anyway, that is how this all comes together. You have your main keyword, and then as your home page, these are your pages, they're your sub keywords, and underneath of it are all your supporting posts with your long tail keywords, and they all link back. And this plugin does all that and makes sure everything links where it needs to go. Categories, permalinks, everything is set up perfect out of the box. And you don't have to publish it right away. You can have it set to all go to draft, and you can go look. But, you know, with a new site, I publish them right away and go look, and you can take out posts you don't like and change around the content and repopulate it and add more. And it's just, it's a really, really, really cool plugin. Peter has totally outdone himself. But anyway, I've been rambling on now for like 40 minutes, so I just wanted to cover this big topic right here about your proper site structure. Um, I will link to any of the resources I mentioned below. And, you know, if you're interested in the tool, you know, please give it a shot. It's, again, a very good tool to have in your toolbox because these days you can't really be going out and buying links, and the Fiverr links are all junk. And anyone that advertises a blog network publicly, they're going to be fried soon because once we know about it, Google knows about it, and there it goes. And when you have other people using sites for links, well, it turns to garbage pretty quickly. The best links you can get are from your own resources, and this is absolutely the easiest way to build your own resources. You can dress it up as much as you want to, or you can do it straight out of the box like this, set it free and see how it does in Google and clean it up as needed or add to it or just enjoy how wonderful it does. Anyway, okay, this is Jennifer from potpiegirl.com. I have really enjoyed my time with you. I want to thank y'all for taking that survey and letting me know the things that you do need some help with or would like to learn some more about. And I hope that this really helped. Have a great day.